Like I get heckled all the time. People love to shout out who they think I look like. Jesus is the most popular one. It's in the street. Never mind comedy clubs, it's in the fucking street. It's the only impression I do, though. Are you ready? Nailed it. Anyway. Come on! Don't be cross. Right, and that's what you call a topper. And literally, that's fine. And if you are religious in the room, whatever shape or form you are, whatever faith you are, whatever God you follow, genuinely, if that offended you, from the bottom of your heart, honestly, grow up, none of it's real. You've got a mental illness there. That's what you've got. I don't mind. Like, if you are religious, that's great. Knock yourself out. Enjoy yourself, right? But honestly, like, if you go to a mosque, if you go to a temple, if you go to church, brilliant. Enjoy yourself. Be a decent person. Be a decent religious person. Not the extremists. They're not fucking religious. They're just cunts. Right? Horrible people, and I hope they die screaming and alone. Preferably alone. Right? Horrible people. But, right, if you are religious, my theory is treat your own religion how you treat your own genitals. Bear with us. Don't show it to kids. Don't force it down anyone's throat. Don't wave it about in a city centre hoping someone wants to come and have a look at it. Right? Just makes sense, doesn't it? I'm sure we've got religious people out there, and that's great. If you've got religion, you go for it. But like, it terrifies me. Like, in this day and age, that people are still religious. I think it's a bit weird. It is, like, because even some people have the argument, well, there's some very intelligent people are religious. Some very intelligent people. How can you dismiss it? I don't know who that was talking. It's just, but that's even more terrifying. Do you not think? Like, how do planes work? Well, I can tell you that. Yeah, it's all force, and the wind will go over the plane will take off. Yeah, and that's how it is. And and an invisible sky wizard. What? Yes, and God. Get out me face. So I like religion. That's fine if that's your thing. But like, the main problem I've got with religious people is they get a lot of holidays. Right, I know we do Christmas and Easter and all that. We get kind of washed up in it. I do anyway. You know, you've got to do that. But there's Muslim holidays, there's Sikh holidays, there's Buddhist holidays. Now that's fine. If you want a holiday for your favourite fictional character, knock yourself out. But I think if they're getting them, we should get them as well. Who here wouldn't want a Mr. Man bank holiday? You could be as lazy as you wanted, as greedy. You could tickle any bastard you wanted. Be the best bank holiday ever. But I get heckled all the time. I get heckled in the street, like I said. But the best heckle I ever got wasn't even in the comedy club. It was at a school. Now, any teachers in? How old are the kids that you teach? 9. It's not teaching, is it? I don't know what you do today. Oh, God, it was so tricky. What happened? Oh, we drew dinosaurs for an hour. And then that sand pit is getting harder and harder to play in. I only can. I don't know how you get through the day without punching those little pricks in the face. Because I went to teach kids for one day at a school in Middlesbrough, right? Education in Middlesbrough. It's your sister. Don't. That's about it, right? Horrible place. Horrible. But I went there, and it was weird. It was weird. And the kids are horrible. The brass face on them, because the grief I got from walking through that door was ridiculous. So I went, right, 20 seconds amnesty, shout out who you think I look like, let's get out the way. Got some brilliant ones, got some harsh ones, but got some brilliant ones. I got the Gruffalo, which I quite liked. Quite harmless, quite innocent. I got Chewbacca, fairly obvious. I got Hagrid with AIDS. Harsh. I got Noel Edmonds, which I was less fucking happy about. But the best one I got halfway through the lesson, this little kid comes up to us dead shy, he goes, "Sir," I went, "What?" He goes, "I thought of who you look like." I went, "All right." He goes, "Look, I know that amnesty's over, but can I still tell you?" I went, "All right." And he goes, "Right. Do you know the end of Forrest Gump when he's been running for ages?" Little prick. He's dead now. I'll finish up on this because this job, right, it's a little bit lonely, right? It is a little bit lonely, and it's hard. I mean, I've been lonely for a while now because, because of this job, because of the nature of this job, and the fact I look like I've just escaped from Jumanji. Oh, look at the lonely man, thanks. But because of that, right, every now and again you get a bit lonely, so what I like to do is, right, you might know this, lads, sometimes I like to lie on this arm, right? Where it gets better until it goes numb. And what I do with that hand is, because you can't feel, what I like to do is, I like to fill in my tax return so it feels like someone else is lying. That's what I do. The fact that you knew about that, you go, oh yeah, I do that. Fucking hell, I bet World of Warcraft's quiet now you're out tonight, mate, is it? Look at this, real girls. I'll let you go home and prove your Call of Duty stats. Right, well, I'll probably let you get on with your show. You've been absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for listening. And I've been Matt Reid. Enjoy the rest of your night. Good night.